Random video about whatever, just do something random. It will happen. I will go to Wikipedia, I will click random article till I find something suitable, and then I will make a video of it. Count on it, I will actually do that. But just like once. Just for the sake of doing it, because apparently there was enough interest in doing it. So this is what happens when you make a video about a Wikipedia article you found when you clicked on a random article. Yeah, Macedonian Muslims. And yeah, about that. In English, I guess Macedonian is really pronounced Macedonian, but in Swedish it's Macedonian. So yeah, I'm gonna keep saying Macedonian, so be aware of that. Anyway, Macedonian Muslims, also known as Muslim Macedonians or Torbesi or something, and in older sources grouped together with Pomaks, are a minority religious group within the community of ethnic Macedonians who are Muslims. They have been culturally distinct from the majority Orthodox Christian Macedonian communities for centuries, and are linguistically distinct from the larger Muslim ethnic groups in Macedonia, the Albanian Turks and Roms. The regions inhabited by the Slavic-speaking Muslims are, excuse my terrible Macedonian, the Barska Supa, Drinkol, Reka and Golo Brdo in Albania, it says. That's the summary. Let's go into origins. Macedonian Muslims are largely the descendants of Orthodox Christian Slavs from the region of Macedonia who converted to Islam during the centuries when the Ottoman Empire ruled the Balkans. The various Sufi orders all played a role in the conversion of the Macedonian and Paulician population. Well, it says citation needed, so don't trust everything that it says or that I read, because I literally don't know anything about this. Take it all with a grain of salt. The academician and Turkish folklore expert Yasar Calafat, in his 1994 comparative research on popular culture in Turkey and the Balkans, pointed to the many similarities between some of these communities, especially the Torbesh and the Turks of Turkey, and came to the conclusion that most Macedonian Muslims share the same pre-Islamic Turkish beliefs and traditions, and claims this is a proof that these communities could originally be ethnic Turkic or Turkish people who accepted Islam during the Ottoman conquest of the Balkans. But who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Areas of settlement. The largest concentration of Macedonian Muslims can be found in western Macedonia and eastern Albania. Most of the villages in the Debar regions are populated by Macedonian Muslims. The Struga municipality also holds a large number of Macedonian Muslims who are primarily concentrated in the large village of Labunista. Further north in the Debar region, many of the surrounding villages are inhabited by Macedonian Muslims. The Dolna Reka region is also primarily populated by Macedonian Muslims. They form the remainder of the population which emigrated to Turkey in the 1950s and 60s. Places such as Rostusa and Tetovo also have large Macedonian Muslim populations. Most of the Turkish population along the western Macedonian border are in fact Macedonian Muslims. Perhaps. Who knows? Maybe. Another large concentration of Macedonian Muslims is in the so-called Torbesia which is just south of Skopje. There are also major concentrations of Macedonian Muslims in the central region of Macedonia, the whole country, surrounding Plasnica municipality and the Dolneni municipality. And for estimated population amount, according to the page, is somewhere around 40 and 100,000 Macedonian Muslims. Citation needed. Who knows, we might all be secretly Macedonian Muslims and we just don't know about it. That's a possibility. Demographics. The exact numbers of Macedonian Muslims are not easy to establish. The historian Ivo Banak estimates that in the old kingdom of Yugoslavia before World War II, the Macedonian Muslim population stood at around 27,000. Subsequent censuses have produced dramatically varying figures. 1,600 in 1953. Where the hell did the other 25,000 go? That's my personal comment. 3,000 in 1961, 1,200 in 1971, and then in 1981, 39,000. Where did they come from? But don't worry, there is some possible explanation for this. Commentators have suggested that the latter figure includes many who previously identified themselves as Turks. Meanwhile, the Association of Macedonian Muslims has claimed that since World War II, more than 70,000 Macedonian Muslims have been assimilated by other Muslim groups, most notably the Albanians. It can be estimated that the Macedonian Muslim population in the Republic of Macedonia in the year 2013 is 40,000 people. Citation needed. That's probably around 2 or 3 million people. Maybe. Language and ethnic affiliation. Like the Christian ethnic kin, Macedonian Muslims speak the Macedonian language as their first language. Despite their common language and quote, racial heritage, end quote, it is almost unheard of for Macedonian Muslims to intermarry with Macedonian Orthodox Christians. Macedonian ethnologists do not consider the Muslim Macedonians a separate ethnic group from the Christian Macedonians, but instead a religious minority within the Macedonian ethnic community. Intermarriage with the country's other Muslim groups, Albanians and Turks, are much more accepted given the bonds of a common religion and history. Citation needed, but probably. Unless they are secular. When the Socialist Republic of Macedonia was established in 1944, the Yugoslav government encouraged the Macedonian Muslims to adopt the ethnic Macedonian identity. Citation needed. This has since led to some tensions with the Macedonian Christian community over the widespread association between Macedonian national identity and adherence to the Macedonian Orthodox Church. Political activities. The principal outlet for Macedonian Muslim political activities has been the Association of Macedonian Muslims. It was established in 1970 with the support of the authorities, probably as a means of keeping Macedonian Muslim aspirations in control. The fear of assimilation into the Albanian Muslim community has been a significant factor in Macedonian Muslim politics, amplified by the tendency of some Macedonian Muslims to vote for Albanian candidates. In 1990, the chairman of the Macedonian Muslim organization, Riza Mehmedovski, sent an open letter to the chairman of the Party for Democratic Prosperity of Macedonia, accusing the party of using religion to promote the Albanization of Macedonian Muslims. A controversy broke out in 1995 when the Albanian-dominated Council of the Islamic Community in Macedonia declared that Albanian was the official language of Muslim in Macedonia. And guess who didn't like that? The Muslim Macedonians. The decision prompted protests from the leaders of the Macedonian Muslim community. Occupation. Many Macedonian Muslims are involved in agriculture and also work abroad. Macedonian Muslims are well known as fresco painters, wood carvers, and mosaic makers. In the past few decades, large numbers of Macedonian Muslims have emigrated to Western Europe and North America, along with basically everyone else. Who doesn't want to immigrate to Western Europe and North America? Yeah, that's it. This is probably just a one-off thing, just to do something really different for the sake of it. So don't expect more of this.